Good evening. So, if you're watching this video, either you or someone you know is about to embark on that hallowed matrimonial thingy known as matrimonial. Abandoning your bachelor lifestyle to become a sober pill of the community does seem to be somewhat daunting at first. But by following the simple instructions in this cinematic tutorial, you'll be able to guide your marriage and your wife with a firm, steady hand. Now, you may be pondering the series of events that led to your engagement with a sense of bewilderment and dread. That is perfectly normal. Our hard-working men of science has shown at great personal risk that under certain conditions the female of the species is able to befuddle the male mind so completely that an engagement is all but inevitable. But consider the benefits of marriage. Yes, a tidy house without the inconvenience of a grumpy charwoman, freshly cooked meals waiting on the table for you when you arrive home from work, and someone to fetch your slippers and pipe for you at the end of the day. And do not underestimate the value of a good hostess when you bring your head of department home for dinner. Her ability to agree affably with everything you and your superiors say may guarantee you that promotion that you've so wanted. Tradition dictates that you should not see your bride before the ceremony. By happy coincidence, this is the most sensible course of action for a groom to take. Weddings are an emotional time for women, and at any moment they are liable to laugh, or cry, or set passers-by on fire. The best way to sleep untroubled on your wedding night is to avoid your bride until her temperament has been settled by achieving every girl's heart's desire, that is, to become a wife. Unfortunately, there is no such ban on interactions with one's own female relatives. It would be sensible to carry a supply of handkerchiefs with you at all times, to know where the fire extinguisher is, and, in the case of a hysterical aunt, to immediately hand her over to the vicar, who is specially trained in dealing with female vapours. This is a very delicate question. Tradition is the backbone of society. To avoid undermining civilization as we know it, it is imperative that you allow your wife to manage the household. She should be free to cook and clean for you, and under no circumstances should you deny her the opportunity to perform any household task. To encroach upon any of her womanly duties may be taken as a slight against her domestic ability, and lead to depression, anxiety, or even excessive religion. You may carry out the garbage if you wish, but do not sweep, do not tidy, and stay away from the trouser press. A woman's self-esteem is built around her home, and it is her honor and responsibility to take care of it. If you should want to express your approval of her efforts, nothing says well done like a firm, affectionate pat on the bottom. There is some disagreement among experts on the question of money. Some authorities maintain that the husbands should check the household accounts every week to counterbalance the natural feminine tendency to fritter away money on unnecessary fripperies. But just as a horse or dog can be trained to perform quite complicated tasks, a woman can eventually be trusted to manage a household budget unsupervised for months at a time. Now, this is something of a trick question. As the husband, you are always right, and therefore, technically, it is impossible for a husband and wife to argue. However, women's brains are considerably smaller and are prone to overheat, so from time to time your wife may forget this vital fact, and it is your duty to correct her. Adopt a firm, condescending tone. This should comfort her by reminding her of her father. If she becomes emotional, simply send her to the kitchen to make you a cup of tea or coffee, or perhaps do some baking. This cooling down period will give her time to reflect on her mistake and compose a suitable apology. Now, if these steps fail, this may be a pointer to more serious problems. Talk to her doctor about whether Valium is a suitable solution for her, and whether she should be told these are just vitamins for her health. Remember, every woman is different, and your doctor may want to suggest alternate or more powerful drugs to manage her inability to acknowledge her role. There are a few facets of the female anatomy that all but the most perceptive of males will probably have missed. For example, women, unlike men, are born with small holes in the lobes of their ears. This enables them to wear a type of decorative jewellery known as earrings, which it is your duty as a husband to periodically purchase. The feet are also dealt with quite differently by the weaker sex. Now, women's brains are trained to crave footwear above all other material things. You must curb this unnatural lust with all your might. One pair of comfortable heels for cleaning and household duties, and another for when she must act as hostess, is appropriate. No more should be allowed. You may feel indulgent and allow her a third pair for church, but I warn you, my friends, this is a slippery slope. Before long, the too indulgent husband will find an endless tide of footwear claiming every nook and cranny of the bedroom, while he is reduced to eating poor house mutton. Well, I hope you chaps have learned something about the glorious journey you are about to embark on. Remember, keep a stiff upper lip, keep a firm, steady hand, and show no fear. They can smell fear.